One of the things we don't talk about a fatherless household, and this is another reason I dislike feminism so much, is that one of the things a father does, not only does he serve as probably a stronger disciplinarian than the mother, not in every household, but in many households, also serves as a role model of how to be a faithful husband, how to deal with women who are tremendous pain in the neck, as you know, and how to deal with them without violence or cruelty, how to deal with respect for their mothers, how to walk like a man in the world. And those are all things that boys learn directly from their father. But the other thing we don't talk about is that having a father in the home allows a mother to be a mother. I mean, when people pay tribute to their single mothers because they did a good job, they always say, well, she was a mother and a father to me. She fulfilled both the mother and the father role. But that is not optimal. What you want is a mother who can be feminine, who can pay more attention to the home. And this is one of the things I hate so much about feminism, is that it despises femininity. You know, when people say, well, there's no difference between a man and a woman, which is just a patent lie, conservatives get so upset and they say, well, here's the science and the science says this. But what they never say is, why would you even want that to be true? Femininity is a good. Masculinity is a good. Obviously, like everything in life, there are bad sides to femininity, and obviously there are bad sides to masculinity, but these are good things, positive, godly gifts that each of us is assigned to embody in our gender, you know, and that there, yes, are there men with lots of feminine traits? Sure. Are there women with masculine traits? Sure. But we're talking about generalities here. In generalities, women are much better at being women than they are at being men, and men are much better at being men than they are at being women, and that's a good thing. And so when you have a father in the home, what you have is a mother. And I think, like, nobody ever looks at this, is how much of a correlation there is with women who aren't home, who don't pay attention to their kids, who aren't a constant presence in that. I think that is something little children need. They need moms. They need moms. That's not a stigma. That's not a habit. That's not an opinion. It's the truth. It is simply the way people were built. I mean, you know, all these people who are so scientific, they believe in evolution. How do you think we were evolved? What do you think we were evolved to do? To recreate and survive. And how do we do that? We have mothers taking care of little children, and we have fathers taking care of mothers so that mothers can take care of little children. That is the way the system works. And so one of the worst things about fatherless homes is that it deprives the woman of a chance to do what most women so love doing, which is building a home and taking care of children. And the feminists who despise femininity because it doesn't necessarily get the big jobs. Femininity maybe doesn't lead you to be as driven in the workplace. You know, they keep talking these strong women. I want strong women. If I wanted to marry strong, I would have married Arnold Schwarzenegger. That's not what I needed in my life. That's not what I needed to make me a better person. That's not what I needed to make my home a good home for children to live in. I needed somebody who was a little less strong. I needed somebody who was a little more emotional, a little more attached to people, less attached to things, a little less attached to work, more attached to relationships. Those are the things that make a home, and that what the Catholics call complementarity, the fact that men and women go together and form a whole, is something that the feminists oppose tooth and nail, because all they think about is materialism. Because they're Marxists, they think about money and success and all the things that women have traditionally said not as important as what I'm doing. And all those women, those traditional women, were absolutely right.